Right, something a little bit different, some pad work analysis. Looking at Daniel Dubois, this video taken from his Instagram, him working with his new coach Shane McGuigan. Just to be clear, it is an analysis video, it's my opinion, and there will be no vicious, brutal, raw, and all that stuff that you see normally on IFL TV and other channels. I'm just going to look at it and give my opinion. Hope you enjoy it. A couple of things I've noticed straight away. Shane talking to him about a hard jab. So essentially what he's saying to Daniel is you've got to mix the power up on your jab and the speed, the way you touch, the angle, how you do it. But then also when Daniel has thrown his combination or his single shot, Shane's trying to get him to be defensively mindful, to have that defensive responsibility. I really like this from Shane. This is positive reinforcement. He's working with a fighter who might have fragile confidence. He's in a new environment, coming off the back of a defeat. By doing that, the way he changed his body language, the way he changed the tone of his voice, it's reinforcement, it's positive, and it's giving the fighter confidence. On this one, he wants a combination, 2 punches, uppercut, left hook. He's noticed that Daniel's only turning his shoulder into the punch. He's not even punching through the target. He's not turning his hip into the punch, which is why Shane said to him, hip. If you notice Daniel's lead foot after he throws, you can see that he's actually not connected with the canvas and he's not stable. He's not used to turning and punching with his full weight. That's what Shane's saying, turn into it. And like Emmanuel Stewart said, through the target. Staying on punch power, and McGuigan obviously he's developed some good solid punches through his gym over the years. One of the things he's learnt from what I've heard from his gym is from Gennady Golovkin and the ability to stay connected with your shot, keeping the 4 knuckles on and keeping that alignment with the elbow and the wrist and the knuckles, something that he has been teaching his other fighters and of course Dubois soon. Again here, reaffirming defensive responsibility, keeping him switched on. Not every time he throws a punch is it going to be the same shots or shots coming back, but every now and then chuck a few shots back. And that's the biggest development so far. That's the biggest thing I've seen Shane implement in this short space of time, is getting him off at the angle, moving his feet, quickening up on his back foot. Shane also using big movements to try and get him to make the big movements, to move out, to lighten up on his feet. Sit back on it, watch it. 1, 2, step. Cross, go. Alright, again. Stay down there, boys. Again. And again, Shane reaffirming, move your feet, quicken your feet up, come off at the angle. Daniel isn't the most comfortable mover. It's one of the reasons why he lost against Joyce, was his ability to move across the line wasn't there. Laterally, he struggles. Moving back out, he struggles because he's heavy on his back leg. His back leg is very heavy. It's things that he's trying to get him to do to quicken up on. Roll. Roll and step. Good, that's it. Then up, okay. So roll. Good, again, roll. And that's a nice development because he's now taking his head offline. He's now going to be able to open up more punching angles for himself, because not only is he rolling his head, he's taking that step to the side to create that angle for him to be able to punch but keep himself in a safe position. And here's him working with his old coach Martin Bowers, his manager. So you'll see it's quite straight lined. It's based upon the jab. It's tracking his man down. The basic fundamentals. But you'll see as he bounces, yes, we always sometimes get this attitude that Dubois he can't move like that. But when you see him bouncing, If anything, all he's really doing is bouncing and taking his lead leg closer to his rear leg. There's not a lot of movement there, and there's nothing coming off at the angles. It's all very straight lined compared to what Shane's trying to get him to do already.
Go. Got in and out. Go. Perfect. Great feet. Catch. Front hand. Be strong on it. Go. Good. Turn the shoulder. 1, 2. Step in. Nice. Step in. Woo! Have fun with the feet now. Have fun. Play with distance.
I mentioned to him about...
And those clips were via Boxing Social. And what you notice there is when Shane was saying to him about parrying with the lead hand, be physical with it. You know, there's no good parrying and being soft with it. Parry and be physical. If you show physical dominance over a fighter, they're going to be more reluctant to shoot their power shots. Whereas if you're timid with your parry, you're not going to be able to counter them, and they're also going to gain confidence to then come in with their attacks. Again, here you'll see an emphasis on footwork, controlling the distance, having fun with it. He's trying to get him to understand that there's going to be times in fights you're going to have to do that. Because on the pads with Bowers, you can see he's doing things at his own speed. Here, he's having to think about things. He's having to move. And that's what he struggled with against Joyce. So he's working on that. But then also you'll see with the shoulder, turn the shoulder into the jab. Why? Because turning the shoulder is going to give you that little bit more reach, that little bit more distance on your jab, and also that bit more power. Small inches define, they're the biggest factors.